Hey guys, today I have some awesome Mandalorian Star Wars action figures. Let's get into it.
You're watching Today I Grew Up.
Hey guys, it's Today I Grew Up, and I'm really excited to present to you Mandalorian Star Wars Vintage Collection action figures, Disney Hasbro Kenner partnership. Really excited about these. Cara Dune I found in person at Walmart, and the Mandalorian I found on eBay because it's impossible to find in the stores. I was looking everywhere for a long time. I bought the Mandalorian on eBay for $50 for two of them, so I was able to keep one mint and one to open for you guys. I still have to pick up the Remnant Stormtrooper, but I'll get that later on. For now, this is all I have. So these are the other collectors you can get, collection figures you can get, and I recommend you guys pick it up if you're big Star Wars fans. I think these will go up in value with time, and if not, it's just really fun to collect and have as part of your display. And if you're a big Star Wars fan, I love The Mandalorian. I've been watching it on Disney Plus. I recommend, if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, please watch the show. It is really great and it's fun, and it feels like a movie that never ends. So that's why I love watching it. So I definitely recommend you guys get into it if you haven't already. So let's get back to the front of The Mandalorian packaging for Cara Dune. I think they did an amazing job with the artwork. I really love it a lot. I really love the turquoise blue outfit. It's very true to the show. And she has her boots on, she's got her accessories, her weapons, and I think she looks really great. I didn't get a second one, so I have to keep this one mint. I don't have one to open to review. Maybe I'll do that in a future video, but I really like her face. The sculpt and the paint applications were pretty awesome. I don't really have complaints about this figure. It looks amazing to me, and I put it in the star case, which is what I usually buy to protect my Star Wars vintage collection and retro collection figures. So I think they did an amazing job. What do you guys think about this Cara Dune figure? Let me know in the comments below. So let's go back to my other collection toys that I have. So I have a Luke Skywalker retro collection. I have a Darth Vader. I have a Chewbacca. I have a Stormtrooper. I found a Jawa the other day. There's my Cara Dune, who's mint now. I have a Mandalorian figure that's mint. I have Rey, and I have a Han Solo retro collection. I have Han Solo as a Stormtrooper, and I have Tarkin and Princess Leia, and I have this cool Luke X-Wing fighter. Luke Skywalker is my favorite figure, so you're going to see a lot of them. I have the Yavin Ceremony Luke, and I just have a Return of the Jedi Luke, and I love comes with the green lightsaber, which is really cool. I have R2-D2 also, and I have a Poe figure. And the last one I got at Disneyland before they closed was the Knights of Ren, Kylo Ren, which I thought was pretty cool figure. So there's a lot of action figures that I still need to collect. So they're constantly releasing some, but I just kind of want to give you a snapshot of my collection because I have a lot of people asking to make Star Wars videos. Well, these are the Star Wars action figures that I've collected so far, and I definitely am interested in anything vintage collection and retro collection because I like the old nostalgia from the original films and some of the new school stuff that we get for, the newer films from Disney and also The Mandalorian. So let's get back into the Mandalorian card. Really good job. I love the artwork. I think it looks really cool. It looks vintage, but it's modern because the show just came out. So I really like that they play with that vintage feel for these cards. And Mando looks great in there. Obviously I got two so we can open this one up and get a closer look at Mandalorian. But if you guys want to keep it in mint in the package, that's really cool, and I recommend that because I think the artwork's really awesome and it looks really clean. I use star cases, like I said. You can look those up on eBay or Amazon, but you can find them online. So here is the Mandalorian outside of the packaging, and I am so happy to have this. I think he looks really cool, and he looks exactly like he popped out of the show. This is obviously his first armor that we see him in the film. Later on he did upgrade his suit, but this is the original suit that we see him in season 1 of The Mandalorian, the first few episodes. He was wearing this outfit, and I really like it. It looks really realistic. Obviously he's an all plastic body. He's 3 3/4 inches. I do like that he's a smaller action figure. It really feels like a vintage toy. One thing I don't like is his cape is a rubbery, flexible material. I really wish that it was cloth. I did find some guy on eBay who is selling a cloth cape so that I can swap this plastic one out for a cloth cape with a wire so I can pose them, and I want it to look a little more realistic for fun. So that's coming in a future video. He hasn't shipped it to my house yet, but I definitely don't like that. I do like that the helmet though, you can't take it off, it's permanently on. It does have a ball joint on there, so that's nice. The arms, they're really stiff at first to move. I didn't want to break it, but once you gently use two hands, you're able to, bend the elbows. So he does have a lot of articulation, which I really like. Even his wrists moves, which I didn't show, it does rotate. Everything rotates 360. All his joints, his arms, his elbow, everything's like bends and rotates 360. I noticed as I kept inspecting this action figure. I was just really impressed with all the points of articulation. This thing is awesome. You can pose them in so many different positions if you'd like to. Crouching stance, sitting stance, whatever you want. You got it covered on this action figure. He even pivots all the way around 360 on his ankle joint too. And I need to find some stands for this because he has really small pegs. So I need to find some vintage collection stands, like clear plastic ones, so I could display them on my desk without falling over. But he does feel very sturdy. He doesn't feel like he's gonna break or anything. So I did like that about moving the joints. I didn't feel like I was gonna break him. Seems pretty sturdy. He came with 2 accessories, so obviously he has this long range blaster here. It's really cool. I really like the paint apps and details. They did a really great job on that. I think it looks really awesome. And I like that it has a little hole for the trigger and all that. So it looks amazing to me. What do you guys think about this? I think it looks like the show depiction. And what's really nice about it is it has a peg so that you can clip it on his back. He also comes with this really cool pistol, which I discovered later on that you can actually holster it on him. So I think that looks really cool. So definitely true to the show. Here's the peg that you can attach on the back. So I didn't really have trouble or anything. I just gently kind of pushed it in and it stuck. So you can stick that on his back and it'll stay on. So that's pretty neat that you can do that. It's a very functional toy and that's really cool to me. Once it has a cloth cape, I think it's going to look a lot better. So I can't wait to get that. So here is Mandalorian. Let's do a little 360 view now that it has this long range blaster on his back. I think it looks really cool. It looks true to the show. And now we're going to take a look at the holster and see if the pistol fits in. And yes, it does. It actually fits very perfect. And I really love the aesthetic. I love that it's functional, aesthetically pleasing, and visually very powerful. It looks so cool, guys. I'm so nerding out on this action figure. I think they did an amazing job with the colors, the paint apps, the articulation, the functionality of clipping on the blaster and the pistol on the holster. I think it just comes together perfect, and it achieves a perfect visual of the Mandalorian from the show. It's a really nice representation, and I am beyond happy with it. Now I'm going to put his pistol in his hand so you can kind of see what he looks like with his pistol. He's ready to fire at the enemy, and I think this look looks really cool. And because he has so much articulation, there's so much you can do to pose this action figure. I'm not going to go through all that because it would take forever, but you get the point. Whatever you want to dream up for display, you can achieve it with this toy. I found a seller named Pretty Good Customs. She did an amazing job. She made me the child to scale to the vintage collection. So when she first sent it to me in the mail, it was actually pretty inexpensive. I think it was about $17. And the ear tip broke off. Well, I was a little disappointed because I guess in shipping the ear tip broke off. So I super glued it back, but I still wasn't happy with how it looked because I want to use it for live action. So I messaged her and she was really nice and she didn't even charge me. And she made me a brand new The Child, and here's the new one who's flawless. So she's amazing. You guys got to check her out on eBay. Please support local business. She did an amazing job. I think this child looks so cool. And I feel like the robe is upgraded. I think this looks more like the show. The other robe that she gave me was a little darker, as you can see here on the left. But I actually prefer the lighter color robe here on the right. I think that looks more like the show. And I think just all the colors and details look a lot better. Now, pairing the child with the Mandalorian, as you see here, it is a little big. I do think it should be a little bit smaller for this scale, but I'm not going to complain. I think it's awesome. It's small enough, and it's perfect for what I need it for. I will be doing some fun live actions with this, so stay tuned to my channel for that coming in the near future. I kind of want to recreate a scene with the child and the Mandalorian from the show. I'm going to keep that a secret until you guys check it out. Here's the child, so you guys can see the difference in the colors and applications. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I really like this other one, the new one I got, because it's flawless. I love the colors. It's fun to pair them together, and guess what? You can pick them up and still stand. So I love this figure. I give it a 10 out of 10. If you guys can collect one, please do it. Check your local Walmarts for more information. Well, as always, guys, thank you for watching, for liking, and for subscribing to my channel. I have exciting videos coming for you guys, and I can't wait to share it with you. See you guys on the next video review.